This slide shows an example of an email message. So we can read the message in what we call the message pane. So from here we can read the message and we can respond to it if we like. Okay. For example, we can either reply to the sender. So for example, this message is sent from this sender. So if we click on the three dots to the right side of the message, we can either reply to the sender. That means if I click here, so I can write a message to this sender. Another option is to reply to all. We choose this option when we like to reply to all of the recipients that has been received the message. Or the third option is to forward this message to somebody else. So these are the three options to reply to a message, either to reply or to reply to all or to resend the message. For example, if we just see this email, okay, so this email is sent from this sender to all of these recipients. So if I click on this three dots, I can either reply to the sender or reply to all. That means my message will be sent to all of these recipients, or I can forward it to somebody else. To start writing a new message to somebody, you need to click on Compose. Okay, so when you click on Compose, so you can write what you like to write. Don't forget to add the recipient's email address in this section, and also write the subject on this section and then the details below. Also, when you like to send a message, you can add like photos or other files by clicking on attachment icon, which is this one below, or you can use this icon for formatting the message. For example, if I want to create a message, I will click here to the right, to the left side on Compose, and I got this new window. So here I should write the email address of the recipient, and here I should write the subject, and here the content of the message. Now let us understand the meaning of these two abbreviations, CC and PCC. You can see it here on the right upper corner of the message window. So these are similar. We can use them to add more recipients' email addresses. CC stands for CC stands for carbon copy, and PCC stands for blind carbon copy. The difference is when you write an email address on the CC, so other recipients can see those email addresses. However, if you add that email address on the PCC section, so other recipients cannot see those email addresses. For example, if I go back here and I can click to CC, so I got this section. Also, I can click on PCC. So now I can add an email or some email addresses on the top. I can also add some other email addresses on this CC section. Also, I can add some other email addresses on the PCC section. And at the end, when you finish everything, you will click on send to send your message. Now let us explain how to write a formal and a proper email. We have here 6 points. We should consider them when we write a formal email. Number 1, use an appropriate and short subject for your email. The subject that you choose should be appropriate. What does it mean? It means it reflects the content of the message, or it has a relation with the message that you write. Also, it should be short. I mean, just few words. You don't need to write a paragraph on such a subject. 5 words, like 6 words, it is enough, or maybe shorter than that. Number 2, use the proper greeting. Start your message with proper greeting or acknowledgement, like writing, for example, dear Dr. Ahmed, or any name, or dear, or sir, whatever, as we use also in Arabic, like Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, or Tahiyya Tayyibah. Number 3, introduce yourself in the first paragraph if needed. This point is important point, especially if you are sending that message for somebody for the first time. You need to introduce yourself, who you are and why you are requesting something from him, because you are a student, or you are someone who has a relation with that point. So just introduce yourself in like 2 or 3 lines. Number 4, write your message in formal language. Try as much as you can to use formal words in your message. Number 5, use the correct form of leave taking. As we started our message with the proper greeting on number 2 here, also we should end our message with a proper leave taking, like your sincerely, respectively, my regards, my wishes, and so on. And don't forget, at the end of your message, to sign with your full name. Write your full name, and also write your position in the institution or on the organization. Here we have an example of that. So as we can read here on the top, we have the subject, and this subject is short and appropriate. And then, dear Dr. Ahmed, this is like a proper greeting. Trust you are well. Okay, so this is good as starting your message. Number 2, and or after that, this is just a brief introduction about the sender. I am Sultan with student ID whatever, computer skills section 20, for example. Why? Because this student is sending this message to his instructor. Then he, on this paragraph, he explained what he need from his instructor, and at the end, uh, here we have the leave taking, my regards, and the signature, Sultan Al Jabri, student in College of Applied Sciences. On the other hand, you can notice that this message is not a good message. Why? Because it is not a formal one. You can see the words and the phrases which is used is not proper and not formal. So as it is requested, so try to rewrite this email in a good way, so to be in a formal way, considering those 6 points mentioned in this slide. How can you attach a file within a message? Of course, email gives you this ability to do that. If you like to attach any file, either documents, photos, audio files, video files, you can do that. So if we look on the message window on the bottom, we have this paperclip icon or paperclip symbol. So by clicking on this icon, you can then browse your computer and select the file that you like to attach it with your message. So this is how it works. Just click on this icon and then choose which file you like to attach. Okay, after choosing the file, it will be added on the bottom of the message. So when you see it here, so and as you can see, here is the file size of this attachment. So it means that it is now added to the message. Of course, you can add more than one attachment on one message. And after that, okay, this is just to make sure that your names of your file is appropriate. So don't write it like this untitled. Give a meaningful name for your attachment. When you send your document as an attachment, it is preferred to save it with PDF format. Why? Because PDF format, as you know, it is not editable. So you make sure that your attachment can be read by the recipient, but he cannot edit it. Okay, here you need to make sure that you have added your recipient email address and the subject, and at the end click on send. So now I will show you how to attach a file to a message. For example, this is the message. I'm going to click here on this icon. So when I click, I can browse my computer. Okay, I'm going to choose this lecture, for example, lecture 9. I want to attach it with this message. So I click on it and then click on open. So what will happen? It will be loaded to this message. Yes, it takes time because the size of this file is a bit high, more than 4 megabyte. So it takes time. As you can see, it start loading. Okay, when you see this scale is done, that means it is already loaded. After that, either you can click again to choose another attachment, or you might click on send.